In this session, I want to cover a very important topic, which is about market entry strategies for startups. Now, if you have a startup, the assumption is most probably the budget, it's very tight. You need to find a commercial use case quickly to actually validate your idea, have a reality check with the market, and try to expand the company from there. So based on this assumption, we can look at three main market entry strategies. We're going to look at product, distribution, and value. Of course, as a startup, you can use the three of them. So you can use both product, distribution, and value to enter market. But initially, even being able to actually kickstart the operations by understanding one of those aspects is going to create an initial traction. Now, let's look at the first element, the first market entry strategy, which is about product. The first one that we're discussing is called unbundling. In unbundling, really, you take the most valuable part of a bundled product, you break it up, and you just offered an unbundled version of that product on the marketplace. So you work up as an unbundler. This strategy works pretty well, especially if you're entering on a market where there are incumbents that over the years have been offering bundled up products, which may be cool for users or for customers and for a certain time period, but then they also tend to lock them into a full experience. Almost like, if you think of a company like Apple, it offers a great experience within the ecosystem because it bundles everything together. But then if you get out of the ecosystem, then you might not have the same kind of experience. Anyhow, when it comes to unbundling, the process is made of understanding what's the customer value chain. So what are the steps that customers take throughout the journey of using, consuming a product, keep using it, and just taking the most valuable part for them. A key example and a classic example of that is when Apple entered the music industry and it actually unbundled the music industry with iTunes by giving the customers, the music listeners, the ability to only get a single song instead of having to get the whole album, the whole CD, which was the rule of thumb before. So that's what the unbundler does. The unbundler takes one key element of the bundle product, it breaks it up, it offers on the market so that it can gain initial traction. The opposite strategy of the unbundler is the bundler. One example is Microsoft, which is the master of bundling, as it has used its main product, Office product, to bundle various innovative products over the years so that it could kickstart its operations of the new product by offering it for free within the bundle of Microsoft products so that it could gain market shares quickly. So this is a strategy, unbundling, that works up when you're first entering a market. And as you enter the market over time, you might tend instead to bundle things up so that you can offer a wider service, expand the revenue base, and offer more stuff to existing customers, but also expand the customer base. But this is one strategy for startups. So one, it's here. The second one is about distribution. When it comes to distribution, for instance, a key element of entering a new market is by disintermediating the market. Disintermediation works by eliminating the middleman in the marketplace so that you can become the enabler between the key players on the market. Some platforms that have done it successfully and that are key examples of that are companies like Airbnb or, for instance, Uber, that actually are disintermediating. In the case of Airbnb, travel agencies or all the travel agents that before were the ones who actually were connecting people to travel locations. Now, platforms like Airbnb are actually disintermediating their industry. Or like Uber, who instead disintermediated sort of the taxi industry by creating new options. Another key strategy, market entry strategy, is about value, and this is about value innovating. Value innovating is about offering something cheaper, so something which is way more valuable than the existing, offering cheaper and in some cases also for free. think of the case of when actually Google entered the search engine market, and when search became a killer commercial application on the internet. In that case, not only search was free, but this was actually supported and subsidized by advertisers. So not only was the Google search engine way better than anything seen before, but it was also offered for free to users, and that was a very powerful strategy to kickstart the growth of the company. So again, those are three strategies that you can use. One is unbundling based on the product. So you take just on a bundle product that an incumbent is offering just the most valuable piece of it, and you offer it on the marketplace. Another one is about disintermediation, which looks at distribution. It asks, okay, which ones are the middlemen that are actually capturing a lot of value from this market that can be disintermediated through a platform. And examples of those are companies like Airbnb or Uber. And the third example is about value innovating, that instead looks at how you can offer something which is way better at a cheaper price by leveraging on new technologies. And this is the mindset of the disruptor, and we saw the case of Google.